Hello friends, welcome to Selenium interview question and answer part 3. So in my previous two part I have already covered 25 and 25 questions. So here in these sessions I am going to cover another 25 questions. This is Haradhan once again as usual. So thank you all for watching my videos. In case you are enjoying my videos and learning automation testing in Java, please like and share my videos. Do not forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon so that you will get notification as and when I will upload a new video. Do not forget to provide your valuable comment for any input or suggestion. Stay tuned for my next video. In this video, I will cover another set of 25 question and answer specifically from Selenium WebDriver. What are the type of assertion available in Selenium WebDriver? So what is assertion? Assertion is used as a verification point, right? Whenever you want to verify with some expected result to the actual result, you need to use the assertions. It verifies that the state of the application conforms to what is expected, right? In case it is not matching, so it will fail. In case it is matching, so it will pass. There are three types of assertion available in the Selenium WebDriver. One is assert, another is verify, and the third one is the wait for. What is the difference between verify and assert command in Selenium WebDriver? Assert allow to check whether an element is available or not on any web page. The test will stop on the step failed if the asserted element is not available. In other words, the test will terminate at the point where check fails. So whenever you are entering some assert point, right, you want to verify using the assert command. So in case the particular condition is not matching or failing, it will stop the execution at that point. So the rest of the code will not be executed. But through verify command will check whether the element is on the page or not. If it is not, then test will carry on executing, right? In verification, all the commands are going to run guaranteed even if any of the test fails. So if you use the verify command, so in case like element is not available, some step is failing, so it will fail the test case, but the rest of the code will be executed. Okay, it will not stop you to it will not stop you to allow the execution of the remaining line of codes. How to switch back from a frame in Selenium WebDriver, right? So user need to use the method as default content, whatever already available in the Selenium WebDriver, right? To switch back from a frame, right? So you already switch back to the frame and you want to, maybe again back to the default frame. So you need to use the default content. So that is the syntax, divert.switch to .default content. So once you move back to the default, so you can perform the operation after that. In case suppose frame is available and outside the frame the content is available, right? So if you move to the frame and again if you want to perform the operation on any of the web element in the normal frame, so system will fail. So first if you navigate to the frame and if you want perform all the operation in the frame, then you navigate it to the default content, right? So that again it will be able to allow to highlight the element and able to allow the user to perform the normal operation for the element in the default content. How to retrieve an attribute from an element in Selenium WebDriver, right? You know, right? Whenever in the Selenium WebDriver there is a different kind of options available, right? ID, class name, link text, partial link text. In case this thing is not available, so you can create our CSS and Express. So using those things, we can identify the element, right? And we can highlight the element. We can perform different kind of actions. But if you want to, want to retrieve some attributes, right? So how can you do it? First, you need to create the web element using the web element class, okay? And you need to highlight, identify the element. Then you need to store in the string the get attribute. So there are different attributes you can store it. It can be class name, it can be ID, it can be name, it can be value, right? Like that. How to retrieve entered text from a text box in Selenium WebDriver. So in case any text box is there, right? So you can send some keys, right? So after the element is identified, so you can send some key. But if you want to store that particular entered value, right? So how can you do it? You can use it using the get text method available in the Selenium WebDriver, right? First you need to identify the web element with the any name, ID or username, sorry, Xpath, CSS like that. Then you need to create a web element, right? Then using the web element, you need to get the text for the web element. You need to store it in a string. Then it will be useful whenever required. How to set the size of the browser window using the Selenium WebDriver? So you already, I mean, seen, right? To maximize the size of the browser window, you need to use the windows.maximize method, right? So divert.manage.window.maximize. But if you want to resize the window, right? So how can you do it? You can do it using the set size method, right? To resize the current window to a particular dimension, user can use the set size method, right? First, you need to use the dimension class available in the Selenium, and you need to create a dimension object in new dimension. Here you need to provide the x and y axis size, right? Megapixels. Then divert.manage.window and set size method you need to use, where you need to provide the dimension object, whatever you created using the dimension class. Then you can get the size, right? If you want to print it, you can get the, using the get size method, you can get the current size of the browser. So first you need to set the size, then you can get the size. What are the different ways to click on a hyperlink using its text in Selenium WebDriver? So you already see whenever there is a link, right? So we can click on the link, right? Obviously link is an, if the link is visible and if the link is enabled, right, we can click it. But we, for any kind of link, we can identify the element using the link text or partial link text, right? In case the whole part is fixed component, no part is volatile, so we'll go for that link text. And in case the link is very short, also we'll go for the link text. But in case the link is very big, right, and also some of the part is not fixed, right, so for the fixed component we'll go for the partial link test, right, then we'll give the fixed component part, right. So that's the important part, importance of link test and partial link test, to identify any element which is the hyperlink or link, and we can perform the click operations. What are the main difference between divert.close and divert.quit? The close method closes the currently accessed window by the WebDriver or the browsers. So whenever you are perform the divert.close, it will only close the currently accessed window or browser, right? But the quit method is used for closing down all the windows opened by the program. Suppose if you are working with the multiple browser or window, right? So if you close it, so it only close your current browser. But if you quit it, so all the browser whatever opened by your programs, right? So it will close. So that is the basic difference between close and quit. What are the different way to refresh the browser using Selenium WebDriver? There are several ways, right? First, you need to use the refresh method divert.navigate.refresh, and you can provide some URL, right? Divert.get, and you can once you are in URL page, you can navigate to another URL, right? So navigate.to, you need to provide other URLs, or you need to press the F5 from the keyboard, right? So divert.find element by.name, use any kind of element you want to highlight, then send keys and get keys.f5. So that is the basic syntax to refresh any web page. A user can delete cookies in Selenium WebDriver, right? Sometimes, if you already working with the particular framework, right, you have already coded something. Sometimes you find that like your script is not working, right? Whenever you want to run some tasks, it is not working because in the cookies, lot of memory is already there. So if you need to delete all the cookies, right, whatever URLs, whatever username, password already stored. So you need to use the delete all cookies method to delete cookies from the browser. That syntax is divert.manage.delete all cookies, so that all cookies whatever stored in the browser will be deleted successfully. And after that, maybe sometimes your script can work. How to launch Firefox browser in the WebDriver? So Firefox, the name of the driver is GCodiver. So you need to system.setProperty and WebDriver.gcode.driver, right? So for IE and Chrome you see, right, IE and Chrome driver, but for Firefox the name of the driver is GCodiver. Then you need to use the WebDriver interface, and you need to create a driver object or instance, and you need to use the Firefox driver class. So that's why you can launch the Firefox browser. After the once you launch, you can pass some URL, divert.get an URL. How to perform right click for an element in Selenium WebDriver? If there is an element identified and if you want to perform right click operation, right? So first you need to use the action class, and you need to create an object or instance by passing the drivers. Then you need to identify the element, right, by name or class name or ID, like that. Once the element identified, you need to use the actions object whatever you created, then dot context clicks methods, and you need to pass the element and then dot perform. So that's why you can double click, right click on for an element available in the Selenium WebDriver, right, for any web page. What are the various type of drivers available in Selenium WebDriver? There are a lot of drivers available which WebDriver provides supports, right? You know already, right? Chrome driver, iDriver, Firefox driver. Apart from that, Android driver, HTML unit driver, iPhone driver, Opera driver, Safari driver. So that is the WebDriver provides support for those browse driver. How to take a screenshot in Selenium WebDriver? There are three steps. First, you need to convert WebDriver object to text screenshot. So, right, text you need to using the text screenshot class. You need to use a object and you need to typecast the WebDriver in the text screenshot right class. Then call get screenshot as method to create the image file. So first, you need to use the file and src file source file. You need to use it using the screenshots whatever object created. Then dot get screenshot as method, then output.files. Once it is done, right, you need to copy the file to the desired location. So for that, you need to create a file for the desired location, and then you need to copy file from the source to the destination file. So that's why you can create a screenshot. You can take a screenshot in the Selenium WebDriver. What is the main difference between get window handles and get window handle? So by the name itself, right, is window handle is additional s is there by the convention itself you can understand, right? So get window handles is used to get the address of all the open browser and return type is set string, right? Whereas get window handle is no s is there, so it will be only the singular, right? So it is used to get the address of the current browser where the control is and return type is string. What is the use of JavaScript executor in Selenium WebDriver? JavaScript executor is an interface which provides a mechanism to execute JavaScript through the Selenium WebDriver. It provides execute script and execute asynchronous script, right, methods, okay, to run JavaScript in the context of currently selected frame or any window, okay. So what is the syntax? You need to use the JavaScript interface, then you need to create an object and you need to typecast the driver. Once the object is created or instance is created, you need to use the method, right, execute script or execute asynchronous script, where you can pass the script and arguments. So that's why JavaScript works. Executor works, right? How to scroll down a web page? JavaScript in Selenium WebDriver, whenever you are scroll down means, right, some axis, it will be go by the y-axis, right? So you need to use the window.scroll by function. So using the JavaScript executor, you need to first create an object or instance, right? You by typecasting the drivers instance, then execute script dot window scroll by. You need to provide the y-axis, right, value, so that it will scroll by that. I mean scroll down. How to scroll the web page till end using JavaScript in Selenium WebDriver? First, the method name is windows.scroll2. First, you need to create an object instance for the JavaScript executor. Then you need to pass the URL. And using the object instance for the JavaScript executor, you need to use the execute script method. Then windows.scroll2, you need to 0 and document.body and scroll height you need to provide so that it will scroll to the web page till end. How to scroll down to a particular element using JavaScript in Selenium WebDriver? You need to use scroll into view method or functions available, right? You can see execute script, you need to pass the argument, then scroll into view and you need to pass the element. So it will, I mean, scroll down to a particular element, right? So that element will be visible, right? In case your page is huge, right, you need to scroll one by one. But if you want to identify a particular element using scrolling down, so you need to provide the reference of the element also. How to handle keyboard and mouse actions using Selenium WebDriver? User can handle special keyboard and mouse event by using Advanced User Interactions API. The Advanced User Interaction API contains the action and action classes, right, that are used for executing this event. Most commonly used keyboard and mouse event provided by the action class I already mentioned here, right? First one is the click and hold, right? To click without releasing the current mouse location. So it will not release it, right? It will just click and hold, right? Then the drag and drop. If you want to drag and drop from one location to another location, so you need to use it to perform click and hold at the location of the source element, then moves, right? Then source and target to move to the location of the target element, then releases the mouse, right? Only if you want to release the hold, then you need to source and target. So this is the three: click and hold, drag and drop, then source and target, right? So if you are clicking on the source location and holding it, then you are using the drag and drop, then you are releasing the hold to the destination or target folder so that it will be moved, right, using the action class. What are the main functions available for window handle in WebDriver? A window handle is a unique identifier that holds the address of all the windows. Whenever you are dealing with multiple window browsers, so window handles, will work. This is basically a pointer to a window which returns the string value. So get window handle and get window handle are already discussed, right? Get window handle helps in getting the window handle of the current window, whereas get window handles helps in getting the handles of all the windows opened, right, through your program. Set helps to set the window handles which is in the form of a string. Switch to helps in switching between the different windows or frame, right? And actions helps to perform certain actions on the window. What is the main difference between set speed and sleep method? Set speed method will set up speed that will apply delay time before every Selenium operation. So in a particular script, if there is 50 operation, if you enter some value in the set speed, so it will wait for every operations, right? Wherever sleep, the method will set up wait only for once when it is called in a Selenium script, right? So if you use thread.sleep, when if you give 5 seconds, it will only for wait for the 5 seconds, right? For a particular instance. Is the Firefox driver a class or interface? Whenever you are launching the any kind of driver, right? It can be Firefox driver, it can be Jco driver, it can be iDriver, right? So those are the Java classes, and it implements the WebDriver interface, right? WebDriver equal new Firefox driver or new iDriver or new Chrome driver. So these are the driver will be class in the Java, whereas WebDriver will be the interface in the Java, and all the classes is implement to the WebDriver interface. What will happen in case user mix both implicit wait and explicit wait in Selenium case script? Mixing implicit and explicit wait can cause unpredictable wait times. What does it mean by implicit wait? So implicit wait is defined only once in the code. It will remain same throughout the driver object instance, right? Suppose if you want to give some time, right, to load the web page, so obviously you are giving suppose 20 seconds, 30 seconds. So it will wait for the whole web page. But explicit wait is defined whenever it is necessary in the code. This wait will call at the time of execution. It is conditional wait. Suppose in explicit wait you can give some condition that particular object is visible until you will wait for some times, right? So explicit wait will override the implicit wait wherever the explicit wait is applied. So explicit wait gets the first preference. After that, it will go for the implicit wait. Let's mention some scenarios which user cannot automate using Selenium WebDriver. Right? Lot of things there, like for which the drawback from Selenium WebDriver. That means using Selenium WebDriver only we can't automate this kind of thing. One is that user can't compare bitmap using Selenium WebDriver, and whenever there is a captcha, right? And you already know whenever if you want to log into some system, say IRCTC, right? There will be some captcha. Okay, so the captcha automation will not be possible using the WebDrivers, and also whenever there is a barcode and if you want to read the barcode, so using the Selenium WebDriver it will not be possible. But there are a lot of tools is there, so we integrate that tool with the WebDriver, obviously automatically possible. But in the Selenium WebDriver, those features is not available to automate the compare the bitmap or to automate the captcha or to read the barcode. So that's the 25 question for today. Thank you.